What's up, y'all? It's your main man, Chingy, and I'm hanging out with my homeboy, Gallo, the guy you know is going down, all right? Yeah.
What's up? It's Nick Gallo, the guy you know. I'm here with the legendary Chingy. What's up, bro? How are you?
What's going on, man? Just chilling. Just actually just came from the gym and doing a little yoga. Okay.
Yeah. How has it been? Because I know, this tour, it's crazy. It's rigorous. The schedule's tight, but I mean, you're doing it. Over 15 years later, you're still doing it. So how does it feel, and what's been like pros and cons of touring this time around?
How does it feel touring? I'm gonna tell you, I'm always been doing this for years. Just like we just got here. I went right to the gym, did some yoga. I come right here when I leave, and I'm going to the store. Probably by the time I come from the store, I'm gonna have to perform. Then I'm gonna have to do an after party. So I keep it moving. Pros and cons of being on tour. Pros is I love performing. Yeah. I love performing for the fans. Cons, I would say you get tired, restless, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna really say that's a con because that's what you sign up for. Yeah. And so I just deal with it. I just as it come, I just go with it.
Right there, it's about to turn 16. What is it? May 10th.
Dang. I ain't
yeah.
Kid.
How does it feel? A song that has taken over. Like till the day I die, I feel it's gonna be played and people are gonna know it. It's just one of them songs that it's out there. How does it feel? I feel it was like yesterday.
How does it feel? Right there, how that feel for a song to last and stand the test of time? Well, I wrote right there when I was 16, which was in '96. It came out when I was 23 in '03. Now, for me, it was just, how I talk, my terminology coming from St. Louis, saying there, here, all that. That's just how I talk. Yeah. I didn't really think nothing of it. I was just writing a record about beautiful women, shapes, walking, hair, just looking good, beauty. And it turned into what it is. It's actually, for me, I feel like it's historical because all around the world, people always ask me to say that. People always talking like that. And just on top of that, with the dance, the chicken head, that even took it a step up because now I'm known for that dance as well around the world. It's a beautiful thing. It's art. It's legendary. For me, it was a masterpiece. And it was my first record out that was #1 in the country, and it was just me, no features. So something like that always tell me, not that I don't like collaborating with people. I love to collaborate with people, but believe in yourself as well.
Yeah. Definitely. Another thing I want to talk about, I love that you have the shirts on Chingy.co. So what was the I love how you did like the there, and then there, So whose idea was that, and what did it mean to get merch out there for the fans to get?
Whose idea was the there? I think some European lady actually did that, and I was like, oh no, I'm not finna let her coin that. That's not happening. And so I got it, and I crossed out the theirs, the ones that are textbook spelled. And at the bottom, you get the way I say it. And yeah, man, this European lady, I think, came up with that. Just the placing of the words and everything. And I was like, nah, I'm not finna let her coin that. That's my phrase, Yeah,
and I know you dropped 2 singles last year. What was it? Yeah. On Go and Sparks Fly. So how was it? How could I say different? How were they different from your previous bodies of work for singles?
How were my previous singles different from those last 2 singles I dropped from my previous singles? On Go, which I produced and wrote, is just kind of like with that flavor they like today, that trappy type of sound, hard 808s and snares. Same with Sparks Fly, but still with a little of that old school flavor with the snare and melodic instruments. But it's still Chingy. Yeah. It's gonna always be me. When you hear my music, you'll always hear Chingy. I might add little different elements to keep up with what they got going on today, music-wise. But I'm never into following the fad. I'm into creating the fad. And so, it's still gonna be me. But the music may change based on what the people listening to today.
Dope. And yeah, I know the tour is about almost halfway in. What's one of the biggest cities? Well, not biggest city. What's one of the best crowds, I guess, so far that you feel is like maybe you were shocked, you weren't expecting it?
Well, I'm gonna keep it real with you. One of the best crowds for me, the best. I'm gonna even say the best crowd was last night, Detroit. Okay. For me, then comes Nashville. But every crowd is great because all of them pay attention and represent and participate. But Detroit and Nashville, for me, were the best crowds by far.
And you know, you've been in the industry, you've been to a lot of events, everything. What's one moment that will stick with you forever? Like you're just like, dang, I can't believe this happened. Something that sticks to you.
One moment that'll stick with me forever. I'm a big Crisscross fan. Rest in peace to Chris Kelly. And so I always wanted to meet Jermaine Dupri. I wanted to be signed by Jermaine Dupri because, you know, I felt like he knew he understood kid artists. Mm-hmm. And so when I got my record deal, and then in 2006, me and Jermaine Dupri did a record, Pulling Me Back, which was a #1 record for 6 weeks. So I feel like I accomplished a dream. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's one of my biggest moments because out of all that, trying to get with Jermaine Dupri and this and that, I didn't know in the future I would have a #1 record with Jermaine Dupri. You dig what I'm saying? So that was pretty huge for me.
Yeah. Another thing I want to talk about, your album covers have always been super dope. From the font to just the backgrounds, I think they're always, like they just always stand out to me than a lot of covers. From today till your first album. You know, who was always inspiring you, or like, have you always been involved in that? Like, do you like coming up with concepts a lot?
Who's always inspired me as far as my album covers go? I'm a real idealistic, creative being, individual, and so that's me mostly behind all of that. You know, I'm always saying first impression is the best, and you know what I'm saying. People like flashy. You know what I'm saying. They wanna see it pop out. You know, so you gotta, if you're gonna be the part, you gotta play the part and get the people what they want. So I just always been like that. I was always taught that, you know what I'm saying, the way it look matters and let it be bright.
Dope. Yeah. You know, what's one lesson you've learned from the industry that you could tell your younger self maybe when the first album dropped that you're like, dang it, you know, take this with you?
One thing I learned from the industry is have your business tight. Have your business very tight, be much involved in your business, even at a young age. But at a young age, some people not aware of what's going on. I know I wasn't. And so I always communicate based off experience. Mm-hmm. And so have your business together. Sign yourself to yourself. Yeah. You know, create you a LLC or something and sign yourself to yourself, and whoever want to sign you, have them sign that and go through that to get to you. It sounds like a lot, but these days, you know, it's worth it. It's not that difficult, and just get you a good lawyer who got your best interest. Have a nice team around you who got your best interest, because it's a lot of fake, cutthroat individuals out there who, you know, if they know you don't know much about the industry, they'll get over on you. Yep. Off top, they'll get over on you. So just surround yourself with well-balanced individuals who want to see you progress, because when you progress, they progress.
That's true. I want to do a little rapid fire, just nothing crazy. Let's see. One habit you're proudest of breaking.
One habit I'm proud of breaking?
Yeah. One habit.
Smoking and drinking. Okay.
Yeah. If life was a movie, what would you call it? If your life was a movie, what would you call it?
If my life was a movie, what would I call it? Chingology.
Chingology? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure. Loving all the women.
How about 3 words to describe yourself?
3 words to describe myself. Charismatic. Intelligent. Laid back.
Last show you binge watched?
Last show I who?
Binge watched.
What is that?
Like you watched all season 1, all season 2.
Last show I binged watch, actually, it's a show called Bloodline on Netflix, and it's pretty good, about this family and, you know, they little dysfunctions and stuff. It was pretty good, but yep. Bloodline, Netflix, check it out.
Oh, dope. How about your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? You know, at this point, I've been doing a lot of self-teaching myself, and you know, just a lot of knowing myself on the inside, and so I don't fear nothing at this point. It's nothing I really fear. It doesn't bother me. If it's gonna happen, then it's gonna happen. You did, because I know this ain't it. I mean, you know, when you pass and transition, that you know, this is not all. So I don't fear nothing.
Okay. Well, you know, to wrap up, what are plans for Chingy in the future? What do you still have that you haven't accomplished yet? Because I know that you have accomplished so much, but you know, each person still has things on their bucket list. Necessarily doesn't have to be even something with your career, just something in life.
What I haven't accomplished yet that's on my bucket list. At this point, man, you know, music, what I'm doing is always what I wanted to do. I accomplished a lot of those things, like I said, with Jermaine Dupri, and just, I remember I told myself before I ever made it, I wanted to sell 3 million records, and I came out and did just that. You dig what I'm saying? So that charge of energy that's in me, that sparking, always seems to magnify in a very electric way. I love music in a passionate and compassionate way, so things come to me. You know what I'm saying? When you got that electrical current love for something, things just come to you, you know, because you love it that much. And things just come to me, man. I'm doing what I love to do, you know, and also just kind of taking care of myself, health-wise. And when I say health-wise, I mean mentally, what we call spiritually and physically. And so I'm living in the now. So I love what I'm doing right now. You know, and I don't really care to look too far into the future, because right now is what matters.
Yeah, it's the truth.
You dig?
Take one day at a time.
Yeah.
But no, Chingy, I want to wish you all the best of luck. Rest of the tour. Yeah, I mean, you're doing it. You are all doing it. I'm proud of y'all that y'all came together and doing this for the culture, because the culture needs it. You know, yeah. And it's Nick Gallo, the guy you know, here with Chingy.